I'm going to do this video as an introduction to myself, so you can sort of know me a little better who don't know me personally. A lot of you probably just know me from, that heavy metal dude, train enthusiastic person going by, YouTube videos and uploads, that sort of thing. But anyway, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I live in Newcastle, in New South Wales, Australia, the land down under. Grew up in Newcastle all my life. When I was in my child years, I spent a lot of time with family and school friends, that sort of stuff. First off, like, judging by a lot of the train videos I upload, it all goes back right from my child days. I've always been into trains and stuff and cars, like a bit of a car enthusiasm as well. Even though I don't upload videos on car stuff, just mainly train stuff and occasionally the odd other transport video vlog thingy. And then when I hit my teens, I started going to high school back in year 7. This is back in 2001. I started to get into metal around then. Started off, like, even when I was in child years and stuff, like, I remember back in the day, used to hear like Metallica and Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, few others, like basically I liked the music even before I knew what it was. Like, that's like the beauty about it. And then when I was in year 7, someone in my class put on Korn, and back then I got into it for a bit. It was like a gateway to me fully getting into more heavier music at the time before, and then from there it kind of branched off into like stuff like Slipknot, and then after that started getting to like exploring like Pantera, then Slayer, and then after that, once I hit like year 11, I started getting to like heavier stuff like Cannibal Corpse, Typo Negative, who else? And a dozen others. And then over time I started getting into more genres of metal, stuff like Dimmu Borgir, who else? Immortal, first song I heard of theirs was like Sons of Northern Darkness and Tyrants, and then from there I discovered the biology. And then from there I pretty much started getting into a whole lot of other styles of metal, like Deicide, Dissection, as you can see on my long sleeve here, because it's winter over here at the moment. Rotting Christ, as you can see on the back wall there. And then that's when I started getting to the more black metal sort of stuff, such as like Shooter, Taka, Dark Throne, obviously, all the main Norwegian black metal bands, of course, Mayhem, that sort of thing. And then from there on, it was, that's when I started getting to more underground stuff, like Saygeist, Horner, their Finnish, Satanic War Master is another one. Their Finnish, as well as like the Swedish stuff, Dark Funeral, Marduk, and many others, and also, who else? And then of course I like all the classics as well. After that, like listening to bands like Korn and Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park back in the day, Slipknot, even though they were like early entry bands to get into more heavier genres, I kind of grew out of them because, once I was exploring the more, other metal bands that aren't that daggy new metal style, I kind of grew out of that teenage years and started expanding elsewhere, that sort of thing. And then these days I've been listening to a whole bunch of shit. Like, occasionally I do like other stuff outside of metal, usually stuff that I grew up in, because like I grew up in like the 90s, but I was born in the late 80s. But I remember good stuff on the radio, none of that daggy garbage. But other than metal, like I do listen to like some of that 80s synth music, like some of those new wave bands. I actually quite enjoy some of that. And then but none of that daggy crap. Like, of course, like a lot of that pop music, yeah. And then after that, other than that, I do vocals. I do. I am in a few black metal bands as well, around Newcastle. And I do play a bit of guitar and a bit of bass and even a bit of keyboard sometimes. And I like to explore different areas, that sort of thing. I am a bit of a trailblazer, whether it's in music or adventuring or etc. Other than that, it's pretty much everything I've gonna say, I think, at the moment. So hope you enjoyed my video, and yeah, until then, cheers.